Morning. This is a Wednesday morning, Ching from the Poconos. Yesterday I went to Walmart to pick up my distance glasses. So I got to view a Walmart during the day with the thousands of people in this. I mean, they have every fucking thing. I mean, you could buy a car, a goat, a gun. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, my cousin bought a BB gun to eradicate chipmunks, much like the chipmunks that we see in cartoons that pull carrots through the ground. That's what he's doing combat with. He bought a little army helmet too to go with it, because it'll probably knock his eye out. But yeah, so let me tell you something. I think there are Mormons up here. Every fucking woman had about 9 fucking uncontrollable little hillbilly children running around. And I mean, there's no like, oops, sorry. You know what I mean? They just like clueless walk around. It must be some kind of Walmart thing, because they have, everybody's under the power of like, ooh, look at all this. I could buy a towel. I could buy a shotgun. I could buy a tractor. You could buy a guinea pig. I mean, it's fucking nuts. But what a crew! Now I see why they have those little things on Facebook. People of Walmart. I felt like a fucking dish of ice cream, to tell you the truth. I was looking pretty good. Well, I was profiling with my purple Chuck Taylors. Not used to that up here. Any kind of a bright color it kind of scares them, I guess. It's like, a gypsy with anything silver, keys, or jewelry. You got to be real careful, you know what I mean? But needless to say, I was banned from my first Exxon station. I've been thrown out of a lot of places, asked to leave, never come back, you know what I mean? But an Exxon station, it's pouring fucking rain yesterday. Just pouring. So I needed gas. I go to the Exxon station, pull up to the pump, you go inside, you give them the money, you tell them which pump. So I tell the Swami, first of all, good morning, how you doing? $20 in pump number 6. So I get back out and hit the button, wait, nothing. I'm like, maybe the lower grade of gasoline was out. So I hit the next button, nothing. Third button, I'm like, yeah, I'll spend $9 for super unleaded, just to get the fuck out of there. So nothing. I go back into the store, the whole time getting wet, mind you. That whole wet thing was bothering me. So I went in. There was a couple customers in there buying because it's a convenience store, getting lottery tickets or whatever jughead shit they're buying. So I said, excuse me, the gas wasn't adjusted on the pump 6. He goes, no problem. I do now. Go back out, do the same fucking thing. So now I'm like, I'm getting just a little bit, cold, wet, damp, and pissed. So I get back in a third time, 3 times. So I go, excuse me. I said, the gas pump still isn't working. He goes, yes, it is. You're doing it wrong. But he did it with this fucking privileged, like he just had imperial margarine and had a crown on his head instead of carrying a bag of water for soldiers like Gunga Din. So, he's like, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. So, so I got a little angry and I explained to him, I don't think you know who you're fucking talking to. I'm not a fucking rube or one of these fucking hillbillies. I said, so he said, he got mad at me. That's all I said. I didn't say, all right. I might have called him a name, like stupid or something. You know what I mean? Like, you stupid douchebag. Oh, yeah, that might have been it. But this guy, the customer at the counter just turned around. They wanted no part of the shit. I'm like standing there like a drowned rat with sunglasses on, and some fucking guy that just came over on a fucking rattan raft, dodging alligators and hippopotamuses in the river Ganges or whatever kind of fucking water-borne animals they have, comes here, gets a fucking loan, gets a business, gets all kind of assistance, and now he's going to talk down to me after he's, too busy trying to fucking pick up some homely fucking farm girl from fucking Duluth, Pennsylvania. So needless to say, he tells me, you if you get your gas, you don't come back. You never come back to this store. Go. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, you know. So at that point, it worked. I laughed and just shook my head. And of course, this douchebag, the gas did work. So then I had to get rid of some books. I've been, moving the past couple of years. I got a stack of these books. You know what I mean? Yeah, how many times are you going to read them? Some of them were gifts. So I'm like, let me take them to this used bookstore and see if we, let's get rid of them. So I go to this in East Stroudsburg. I went to this used bookstore, and this old woman is waiting on me. So I got a stack of these hardcover books, and she's working with this little handheld calculator. She opens each fucking book, runs down the seam with her finger, and these don't have bugs. It's a fucking book, not a German Shepherd, you old bag. I'm like, no, she goes, they're not moldy, are they? Yeah, I looked up Yellow Pages for a moldy bookstore, you stupid old hag. So she is on this calculator like beep for like 5 minutes. I'm like, wow, man, she's adding everything up. She goes, five. No, first it was $40. She goes 45 to max. I'm like, 45? You're working on that thing like for a fucking hour. Where did you come up with 45? So just, I used $20 in gas getting lost going back and forth anyway. So I'm like, that's great. You have a great day. And I just left. And I just came back to lovely home of the Hot Pocket, Tannersville, where it's nice and calm and peaceful. And we have little chipmunk problems. And we got this fucking turkey vulture that didn't show up again. But yeah, Walmart, thrown out of an Exxon. You ever have one of those motherfucking days? That was yesterday, you know what I mean? It's like your doorbell rings, you answer the motherfucking door, and there's a guy with a giant cardboard check, a dozen roses and balloons, says Reader's Digest, you've just won. And then they ask you if the owner of the house is home, they have the wrong house. So you're standing there, watch this little cardboard check go walking down the stairs with the balloons and the fucking, well, fuck the flowers. Balloons, you suck the helium out and you talk like a duck. The check, I would fold that big cardboard check, put it in my pocket, and go right to the fucking bank. You know what I mean? But I think it had Mrs. Goldberg or something, so I couldn't do it. But that's it. It's hopefully besides I'll find somebody I dislike. I know that. You know what I mean? So have a good day. You know. What can I tell you? Something bigger and better tomorrow. Let's hope. LMS, have a great day. If you can't have a great day, that's not my fucking fault. You know what I mean? You're you, I'm me. Have a good one. Kill you, stupid machine.